"Anyone who wants to live, behind me!" Gunther shouted, throwing up his cavalry spear. Inspiration skill activated. For a second, his roar overcame the hum of the flame, after which it calmed down again. But those who were still conscious, who had not yet collapsed into a panic, heard his cry. The dying soldiers, their flesh torn, their bones black and unbearable pain filling their consciousness, stood to their feet, grabbed their abandoned shields and spears, and wandered towards him. The soles of their boots had already melted. Their naked and burning feet were walking across the black ground, but they didn't care. They wanted to live. They did not want to die. Not in this hell. Not like this. Not now. On the right-hand side stood Stern, frozen in place. And Stern alone. The rest of the riders had been unable to hold onto their boars when they went crazy. Only the leader's skills had saved their animals' minds from uncontrolled panic. 4 riders could be written off. They were likely dead. In any case, they were no longer warriors. Many had been knocked out by projectiles from behind the walls. Arrows, stones, clay pots. The rain of death hadn't stopped for a moment. But they hid behind their shields. They held off the enemy's pressure. They didn't even think of retreating. Gunther looked back at his deputy again. He wasn't joking anymore, nor grinning, nor sneering. There was a triumph in his eyes, and hope. Yes, a weak, barely detectable hope. That his boss would handle it, as he always does. He would force them through the path to victory, and save them all from the bony clutches of death. "Behind me!" The air rattled with his roar. The flame itself gave way to the onslaught of his will. The loyal hog under him ripped into motion. With an insane squeal, it accelerated, rushing with all its strength at the flame-enshrouded gates. The fire had devoured the wood and metal hoops, weakening them, making them fragile. Gunther lowered his spear in front of him. Its tip was illuminated with a golden light, a light that dispelled all doubts and cast away all fear. Empowered onslaught skill activated. Bam! The gates burst into splinters. Screams, shouts, crackling wood, and grinding metal could all be heard. Gunther could feel cool air, not hot flames, penetrating his lungs in a sharp stream. He wanted to throw all the pain he had accumulated away and laugh, but all that came was more pain. His burned nasal passage felt like a real fusion reactor. His heart was beating in his ears. Gunther could sense his consciousness flowing like sand through his fingers.